Good morning, class 9. Welcome back to the online session of SST. And in this session, we are going to discuss about the lakes. Okay, a lake is a source of water. It is of two types. One is your natural source, another one is your artificial source. We will be discussing about it in detail. Okay, but before that, I would like to tell you that you might have been familiar with the state Jammu and Kashmir. In Kashmir Valley, you have seen there is a lake, a famous lake, that is the Dal Lake. Okay, you might have seen the houseboat and shikaras floating over the Dal Lake. Okay, it attracts the thousands of tourists every year. Similarly, you might have visited some other tourist spot near the lakes and enjoyed boating, swimming, and other water games. Okay, imagine that if Srinagar, Nainital, and other tourist places did not have a lake, would they have been attractive as they are today? You just imagine that a place in Nainital, okay, there is a lake in Nainital, okay, and if that lake is not there, then you will find that the place isn't much attractive without a lake. Okay, though there are the other places to visit, but if there is no lake, that means the beauty around the Nainital will be reduced. Okay, the name would not be Nainital also if there is no lake out there. Okay, have you ever thought about the importance of a lake? Besides a attraction for a tourist, it is also used for various purposes. Okay, that we'll be discussing slowly. Okay, now let us discuss one by one. When we talk about India, India has many lakes. These differ from each other in size and other characteristics. Okay, most lakes are permanent, but there are some other lakes which are seasonal. Okay, permanent lake contains water throughout the year, but there are seasonal lakes which contain the water only during the rainy season. Students, there are various ways in which the lakes are formed. Some are natural process and some are artificial process. In the natural process, the lakes are formed with the result of action of glacier and ice sheet. When glacial erosion is there, okay, it will dug out the basin and then there will be a carved structure formed, and later on with the melting of ice the water will be filled inside it and the lake will be formed. Okay, but there are other processes also, like when the wind blows in the desert region especially, it will take away the swell from one place to another and will create a huge depression, and later on when the rainfall occurs, that time the depression will get filled with water and the lake will be formed in the desert areas. Okay, sometimes with the help of rivers also the lakes will be formed. The river erodes maximum portion of the land. Sometimes it erodes so deep that a huge depression is caused in the land, and then later on when the water is filled, that time it is also forming a lake. Okay, and other are the human activities, like the human being, they construct a dam across the river, and because of damming the lake will be formed. Okay, so these are different processes by which the lakes are formed. Now let us understand some of the lakes like Oxbow Lake, lagoons and all on the board. Okay, students, now let us understand about the types of lake formed on the earth surface. Okay, the first one we are going to discuss about the Oxbow Lake. As you can see in the picture, this U-shaped structure, okay, it is actually an Oxbow Lake. It is a U-shaped lake that forms when the wide meander of rivers is cut off, creating a free-standing body of water. Okay, when the river meanders like this, okay, it will cut off the area and then it will create a free standing body of water, and that body of water is called the Oxbow Lake. Another one is your lagoon, a stretch of salt water separated from the sea by a sand bank or coral reefs. Okay, yes, students, with the help of diagram, let us understand what is a lagoon. Okay, as you can see in the picture, okay, this side is your sea and this is your lagoon. Okay, these two water bodies are separated from each other by the sandbank or coral reefs, which you can see at this part. Okay, this is your sandbank or coral reef. Now, the example of such lagoons are, first one in India is Chilka Lake, then another one is Pulkhet Lake and the Kulur Lake. These are the three lakes which are the example of lagoons in India. Okay. Okay, students, now let us understand about inland lakes and inland seasonal lakes. Okay, these are different from each other. Let us understand what is the difference. Firstly, let us understand what is inland lakes. Inland lakes are naturally occurring bodies of standing water with a huge diversity in size, configuration, water chemistry, and biota. Now, there are lakes, inland lakes, which are different from each other in size. Some are big, some are small. Okay, their water chemistry is also different. Okay, another one is your biota. That means the fishes available in that lake as well as the plant which is surviving inside the lake is also different. Okay. Such examples are Chilka Lake and Kulur Lake. These are inland lake. Examples of inland lake. Now there is another one, inland seasonal lake. Inland seasonal lake means refers to the lake which has got water only during the time of rainy season. That is why it is a inland seasonal lake. Okay. Example is your Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. You know that Rajasthan is a place where there is very less water. Okay. The rainfall rarely occurs. So whenever the rainfall occurs, that time this lake is filled with water. It is actually a saltwater lake and it is used for producing salt. Okay, this is the importance of Sambar Lake of Rajasthan. Okay, now students, now let us understand about freshwater lake and artificial lake. Okay, firstly let us discuss about freshwater lake. Most of the freshwater lake are located in the Himalayan region, okay, and they are mostly of glacial origin. When we talk about glacial origin means when the glacial erosion takes place, at that time they dig out the basin. Okay, at that time the huge depression is formed, and later on when the ice melts, when the snow melts, the water gets accumulated in that depression and the lake is formed. Okay, those are freshwater lake, and the example of such water lakes are Dal Lake, Vintal, Nainital, Loktak and Barabani. Okay, these freshwater lakes have got a glacial origin. Okay, but in case of Fuller Lake of Jammu and Kashmir, it is not formed with the help of glacial erosion, but it is the result of tectonic action. We have already discussed earlier about the tectonic plates. When the tectonic plates, when they collide with each other, or they get separated from each other, at that time the depression is created or the mountain range is there. Okay, so when the collision or separation is there, at that time the action takes place and that tectonic action takes place. At that time the different features on the lands are formed. Okay, in that case only the Uller Lake was formed. Okay, so keep this in mind. Another one is your artificial lake. Let us understand about the artificial lake. Okay, lake which are formed due to human activities are called artificial lake. Okay, and the example of artificial lake is the Guru Gobind Sagar Lake, which was the result of Bhakra Nangal project. When the Bhakra Nangal project was there, okay, they have constructed a dam over a river, and that time the Gobind Sagar Lake was formed. Okay, so this is the example of the artificial lake. Okay, students, we have already discussed about the different kinds of lake. Now let us understand its importance. Okay, let us study this in point wise. Okay, the first one is a lake helps to regulate the flow of a river. The river which passes through a lake, it will help to regulate the flow of a river. Another one is help in preventing the flood during the heavy rainfall. During heavy rainfall, you know that the volume of river water increases, and if it enters the lake, you know that it will control the flow of a river. That is why it also prevents the flood. Okay. Next is they are used for developing hydel project. Now, if there is a dam constructed over the end of lake through which the river enters and another way the river passes out, at that time they can develop the dam and then they can use it for hydel project. Okay, like for example, at the mouth of a river, if they construct a dam, there will be a formation of a lake, and that time they can use that volume of water to generate the electricity. Okay, another one is maintain the aquatic ecosystem. We talk about the aquatic ecosystem. It is related with the body inside the water. That is related with the organisms like fish and other animals as well as plants. Okay, you know that they interdepend upon each other, and that is why it has maintained by the sea. Okay, or a lake. We are talking about lake, so it is related with the lake. Enhance natural beauty. The lake also enhance the natural beauty of a place. Another point is help develop tourism and provide recreation. Whichever place has got a lake, it provides the natural beauty to that place, and therefore the people get attracted towards it. So it also provides the tourism. Okay, they moderate the climate of surrounding. You know that the water get heated up very late. It will absorb the heat very late, and that is why the environment around the lake is cool compared to the other areas. So it also provide a moderate climate to the place. Another one is provide water for various human activities. Now you know that the lake is filled with water, and that water can be used for various purposes. Okay, the city mostly take the water from the water resources, and lake also is one of the water resources. It will take the water and purify it and supply to the city for drinking and for other activities. Okay, so this is the importance of a lake. Now let us understand about another point. Okay students, now we are going to discuss about the role of rivers in the economy. Okay, now you all know that the river have been of utmost important or the fundamental important in our life. Okay, because we have been using the water from the river since history. Okay, so let us understand some of the important thing of the rivers. Okay, why it is important in our economy. The first one is irrigation. India is being the agricultural nation, therefore irrigation is very important. Okay, next is your navigation. We all know that the coastal region of India is totally related with the transportation. Transportation through seaports are very popular in the South India. The Chennai has got a port region where it transport goods from one place to another. Okay, another one is your hydro power generation. As we know that dams have been constructed over the rivers for the generation of hydro power. Okay, so these are the main role of the rivers in the economy. Okay, now let's understand another one, that is the river pollution. Okay, the growing domestic, municipal, industrial and agricultural demands for water from the river naturally affect the quality of water. The first one is your, with the use of more and more water, there is a drain out of water from the rivers, and it has reduced the volume of water in the river. Okay, on the other hand side, we'll see that the heavy load of untreated sewage and industrial influents are emptied into the rivers. This affect the quality of water. It will not only affect the quality of water, but it will also reduce the capability of water to renew itself. Okay, with every 20 kilometers of drain, the river flows and it will purify itself. But since after every kilometer you will find there is another industry nowadays, so they have been polluting the water again and again, so there is no chance of getting purified by itself. Okay, so this is the major concern of today. Okay, and the Ganga project is going on for the purification since long time, but still we find that the water isn't so pure. Okay students, with this we have ended up with our lesson. Now I am going to provide you with some home assignment. Please note it down. Okay students, here is the home assignment for you all. Please note it down. Okay, from page number 23 and 24, there are two questions that you are supposed to do. Those questions you are supposed to do on 14th to 15th of August. Okay, another question is from page number 24 itself, and the questions are 3, 4, 5 and 6. These four questions you will be doing on 16th and 17th of August. Another question is from page number 24 and 25. The question is map skill and activities. The question will be from map skill and activities, and this you will be doing on 18th and 19th of August. One extra question is there for you all. The question is write a short note on National River Conservation Plan, NRCP. Okay, this is the extra question for you all. Okay, so please note this down, and then after completion of the homework you can send me in my WhatsApp number. Okay student, I hope you have understood the concept. Please revise it at home and study well. Okay, with this I would like to take a leave from the session. You all take care, stay safe. Thank you.